Disclaimer: this is an imaginary story. Please don't relate it with any idol or any other person. It's nothing related to anyone's life. It's pure work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. Whatever pics are shown in this story, they all have been taken from Google and Pinterest. The credit for them goes to their real owner. Storyline and voice are mine, so please don't copy that. The morning light spilled lazily through the sheer curtains, closing pale gold across the tangled mess of blankets, discarded clothes, and plastered skin. Jimin stared first, his cheek pressed against Yoongi's bare chest, one leg slung possessively over his lover's thigh, the thin sheet barely covering their tangled bodies. His hair was messy, his lips faintly sallow, skin daubed with dark marks of fingers, and night before, Yoongi's arm rested heavy around Jimin's waist, pulling him even in sleep. His face, usually stoic, looked relaxed and soft. The room smelled faintly of sweat and cologne, of skin and heat, of a night spent roving in each other. But then the harsh vibration of Yoongi's mobile on the nightstand shattered the quiet. Yoongi groaned softly, blinking awake, reaching blindly for the mobile. Jimin mumbled a sleepy protest, burrowing closer into his warmth, but Yoongi shifted and stretched his arm to pick the mobile. He looked at his mobile by half shading his eyelids, but after seeing the name, a big smile craved on his thin lips. With a sign, he ruffled his messy dark hair, slipped it out from under Jimin's waist, and pulled his robe. His bare feet padded across the floor, and he stepped onto the balcony, sliding the glass door shut behind him. Outside, the morning air was cool against his skin. Yoongi rubbed his eyes and answered the call. Yoongi, hello, Junhyang, said by a slow and raspy voice. June, Yoongi, you are still sleeping? Yoongi, Hyang, here it's night, it's 4 a.m. June, 4 a.m. in the morning, not night, idiot. Yoongi, you broke my precious sleep just to tell this? Yoongi, no, I called you to ask when are you planning to return back? Business trip had ended a long ago. Everyone had returned except you. What's the matter, First you weren't ready to go there and now you aren't ready to return back. Are you planning to settle there? Yoongi, no Hyang, only meeting had ended, but still some works were left to wrap up. June, so how much time you need more? Ginny already planned for the family dinner. Yoongi, I'm coming tomorrow. I already booked the tickets. Tell Jin Hyang to make my all the favorite dishes. I missed his hands food. Here's food is so boring and tasteless. Heard, heard some cute voice and giggling. What are TT and Cookie saying? June, nothing. They are playing Doctor Doctor with Hobie and running behind Hobie to give him injection. Hobie. Yoongi, poor Hobie. Now he will understand my pain. He always laughed when Tiku gave me injection and made me mummy by wrapping the bandage. Now I can die peacefully. June, don't be this much happy. Hobie is their temporary target. By the way, have you brought all the things? Otherwise, Ginny will kill you. Yungi, what? Do you want me to buy anything for Jinhyang? If you want, then don't shy. L- Tell me, I will video call you after going to mall. You can buy anything. I will close my eyes and ears. June, no need to use your non-existing brain. I don't need anything to make my Jinny happy. Just praise his handsome cut off. Yungi, worldwide handsome face Yang. If Jin Yang hears you calling him only handsome, then you won't get food. June, yeah, you brat, stop enjoying and don't forget to buy the listed items which Jin told you to bring, otherwise World War III has started. It was T Cook's twice list. Yungi, don't worry, Hank. I will buy each and everything. I will go for shopping after sometimes. Here, Yungi was talking with his Hank. There, Jimin blinked awake, frowning slightly when he reached for Yungi and found empty sheet. He set up the blanket, slipped dangerously lower on his body, hairs sticking up adorably in all the directions. His eyes frowned, followed the soft mumble of Yungi's voice, spotting him outside of the balcony, one hand in his hair, talking quietly on the mobile. A small mischievous smile craved on his lips. He wrapped the sheet loosely around himself, bare feet padding across the floor, and gently slid open the balcony door. Without a word, he stepped up behind Yugi, arms circling his waist, face pressing between his shoulder blades. Yugi was relaxed. Jimin's plumpy and already swollen lips brushed slowly over his neck, then his shoulders over the rope. Yoongi was still talking with June. Jimin wrapped his hand around Yoongi's chest and tried to pull down the rope, but Yoongi held his hand tightly and shook his head. But Jimin was Jimin. When did he listen to anyone? He definitely did the work for which he had been forbidden. He yanked Yoongi's hand and pulled the rope from his shoulders and started, soft and light, trailing along bare skin. Yoongi tightened his grip on the railing. Yoongi quickly cut the call and put the mobile on the balcony table. He pulled Jimin in front of him and caged him in between his strong arms. He lovingly looked at his eyes and said, Yoongi, what are you doing? Jimin innocently. What? Yoongi, don't try to become innocent. Don't you know I was on call and talking with my Hyang? Jimin, I didn't disturb you, said by tracing his finger on his bare chest. Yoongi looked at his finger. Aren't you satisfied from last night? Jimin came closer to him and bit on his left ear. I want you all 7 days in a week. Attached his lips on his neck and started it. Yoongi, for that you have to marry me. Jimin looked at him. Marriage? Are you serious? Yoongi wrapped his arms around his waist. I was always serious about you. Do you think I am using you only for my needs? Said by tugging his hairs behind his ears. Jimin, no, but I didn't expect this move from you this early. So, are you seriously proposing me for marriage? Yoongi peeked on his lips. I don't have any fancy words. I genuinely want to marry you. Jimin, without ring, showed him his ring finger. Yoongi, you will get the ring on marriage ceremony. I'm going back to Korea tomorrow. If you are interested in marrying me, then come with me and meet my family. Jimin, do you think your family like me? Yoongi, why don't you like you? Jimin, I'm not kind of domestic. I'm an independent, like clubbing and partying. Yoongi, my family isn't conservative. My family is open minded. My Hyang's husband, Jin Hyang, is working with Jun Hyang. When they all will get to know that I want to marry, then they will become crazy due to happiness. They want me to marry, but I was denying. So now, what do you think, Jimin? Then it's fine. I'm egg. Yoongi, think wisely. You have to live with my family. I love my family so much and can't leave them. Jimin, I agree. I will live with your family. Yoongi, are you sure? Jimin, book my tickets too. Yoongi, okay. Jimin, now my reward? Yoongi, you can't get enough. Jimin, it's your fault. You made me so addicted of yourself. You can't deny the order of Min Jimin. Yoongi, Min Jimin? Smirked, fine. Min Yoongi is at the service of Min Jimin. With that, Jimin removed the sheet and Yoongi's rope. He jumped on Yoongi like cola. Yoongi was quick to hold him in his strong arms. They both attached their lips and each other while hugging tightly. They were moving in sync. Yoongi walked inside the room without breaking the. He fell on the bed with Jimin on his and quickly flipped Jimin under him. They both were still. Their hands got locked and bodies started. Time skipped after a month. Yoongi introduced Jimin to his family and told them about his relationship. Yoongi's family accepted Jimin wholeheartedly. Within a week, they both got married. In the beginning, Jimin was enjoying with family. He was loving the attention, especially from the twins. They both always stick with him. But slowly, he got bored and started feeling annoying because there was no personal space. He can't even sit and talk with his husband. All the time, family was surrounded him. If there was no one, then Teacock were running behind him and forcing him to play. He never stayed with family, so he wasn't used to of these new changes. No doubt he loved everyone, but he didn't like if anyone interrupted his private space. He always complained to Yoongi, and Yoongi shrugged it by thinking he needed some more time. Yoongi went out for the office work on 3 trips. Jimin couldn't sleep without Yoongi, so he decided to go out for clubbing. He didn't ask anyone's permission, didn't even inform anyone about his whereabouts, and left the house. Here, everyone was worried for him. He returned back in the morning. Family didn't have any problem with clubbing and staying out, but at least he should have informed to anyone. Jin talked with him and told him at least inform them before going out. Jimin didn't like it and he immediately replied him back rudely. Jin didn't say him anything. He started going out at every night and that too with the revealing clothes. Family didn't like it but they didn't say him anything and let him enjoy. Hobie, Yoongi's younger brother, didn't like how Jimin again and again disrespecting all the family members and still go out without informing anyone. When the clock hit 11, Jimin stepped down from the staircase. He was wearing black sparkling slim and torn jeans and sheer black t-shirt, a long silver chain on his neck, diamond wedding ring was on his ring finger. His hair was falling on his eyes, his tight fitted jeans enhancing his curves. He was holding a red sparkling waist sized jacket. He was looking so hot and he was bending a little down and wearing his shoes. His sheet t shirt lifted up and showing his tiny milky white waist. He was about to open the door but heard a voice and turned around. Hobie, Jimin Yang. Jimin turned around. Hobie, are you going anywhere? Jimin, Hobie, where? Did you inform anyone before going out at this time? Jimin, mad. What do you mean by informing? I'm not a child. An independent. I can go anywhere and at any time. I don't need anyone's permission. Hobie, I didn't mean that. I'm just saying. Took a deep breath. Forget it. Where are you going? Jimin, it's none of your business. I don't think I need to inform anyone about this, especially you. Hobie, stunned to hear this, but he still didn't lose his calmness. Again, you misunderstood me. Anyways, come, let me drop you. Jimin, I don't need babysitter. I can go by myself. Showed him Yoongi's car key. Hobie, okay, go, but first please change your clothes. Jimin looked at his clothes. Why? What's the problem in these clothes? Hobie, they aren't looking appropriate. Jimin, why? I always went out in these clothes in USA. Hobie, but it's not the USA. You are married now. Married person should wear decent clothes, not this. Jimin shouted, how dare you to talk with me like this? My parents never questioned me about my dress, and here you are questioning. Who are you? Listen, Hobie, you are Yoongi's younger brother, not mine. Stay in your limit and don't poke your nose in my matter. For a second, Jimin almost felt guilty, but frustration and anger pushed the guilt down. He gave Hobie a sharp look, wore his jacket, and left, slamming the door behind him. Hobie stood in the quiet hallway, staring at the closed door. He didn't say anything, not because he had no words, but because he had too much respect for Yoongi, for their family, and for Jimin. But something small and painful loaded itself in his heart at that night. Time skipped after few days. Few days spent like this. Hobie didn't say anything to Jimin. After that night, Jimin started irritating by family's voice. He never stayed in this much noise. Before all day, T-Cook was shouting, running and breaking the things. It was unbearable for him. He complained to Yoongi, but he unheard him. Today, family planned to watch movie night without knowing that Jimin already planned a late night movie plan with Yoongi. June, Hobie, what happened to you? Why are you sitting here like this? Hobie, looking at twins who were walking back and forth in the living room. Shh, Yang, these tiny babies are so much angry. June, angry? But why? Titi, Cookie, what happened? T, you need no come. Cook, movie late. June, but we aren't going anywhere. We will watch movie at home. Looked at T Cook's cute, angry glare and pout. But still, coming home late is a crime. I'm with Titi and Cookie. T shouted, how we're going? Cook, Cookie, this the food ready? Mrs. Min, came there. Snacks and popcorns are ready. Mr. Min, I already brought the blanket and Titi and Cookie's favorite pulses. Jin, and Mama is ready with movie. Cook, but you need no here. T, Oppa, call Union scold hat. Hobie, as your wish, my highness. Hobie called him, but he didn't pick the calls. Soon doorbell rang and Jin opened the door. Yoongi came inside and met with Taekook's cute angry pout. Yoongi, what happened? Obi whispered, you are late and they are mad. Yoongi kneeled down and held his ears. I'm sorry. T. No, Shali. Titi Cookie so angry. Cook. Movie late. Titi Cookie wait. But you need no come. Yoongi. Movie? Jin. They wanted to watch movies, so we planned a movie night. Go and change. We are waiting for you. Bring Jimin. Jimin came there. Yoongi, you came. That's good. Jin. Jimin, come and take your seat. We are going to start movie. Jimin, movie? But Hyang, cut off. Yoongi, Hyang, you all said everything. We are coming. T tucked Jimin's pants. Mini, movie, eating popcorn. Cook held his hand. Mini, shit, Titi, cookie, Mini, fun, said happily. Jimin yanked their hands and angrily went inside his room. Hobie was quick to hold Taekook and protected them from falling. Everyone was looking at Jimin dumbfounded. They didn't know what happened to him. Yoongi was mad too because of Yoongi's behavior. He went to his room. Yoongi held Jimin's arm. Jimin, what's this behavior? Do you know? Because of you, your this attitude, Taekook's happy and cheerful face turned small. Jimin yanked his hand. You saw their faces, but you didn't notice my face. How excited I was for tonight's movie plan. Yoongi, don't create scene. We can go for the movie tomorrow. Now come with me and watch movie together with everyone. Don't upset children. Jimin, you only care about your family. You never cared about me. Why would I sacrifice my happiness for them? Who are they? I don't care about them. We are going for movie night and then we are going. I already planned everything. Showed in tickets. Yoongi took the tickets. We aren't going anywhere. We will watch movie with everyone. Tomorrow we will go for movie night. Jimin, no. I will go tonight. Do you know how much annoying your family is? They can't stop for a second. Oh goodness, this much talk isn't even exist. This much they talk. Here is no personal space all the time. They stick around us. I can't even spend time with my husband and those kids. They are bloodsuckers all the time. They are shouting, yelling, and running. I'm tired of everything. I can't live with these clowns. Yoongi had enough and raised his hand. Jimin! Yoongi raised his hand to slap him. Jimin got scared and moved back away, but he got tripped and fell on the floor. Hearing so much noise, everyone came to Yunmin's room. They saw Jimin was on the floor and crying, and Yoongi was raising his hand. They all misunderstood him. Mrs. Min went to Yoongi and slapped him. Mrs. Min, Yoongi, how dare you to slap Jimin? This is what we taught you. This is how you should treat your husband. Held his arm. Apologize to him. Taekook went to Jimin and hugged him tightly. Minnie, no cry. You need bath. Wiped his tears. Mr. Min, Yoongi, haven't you listened what your mom said? Apologize to him. In our family, no one disrespect like this. You also can't do this. Yoongi, I won't apologize to him. Mrs. Min turned him to herself. What did you say? Yoongi, why would I apologize to him? I didn't do anything wrong. June, grinding his teeth. You slapped him and still have this much audacity to say you didn't do anything wrong. Yoongi, here all of you are taking his side and caring about him. going against your own son, and there he wasn't stopping complaining about you. Looked at Jimin. You are calling them annoying. You are calling these innocent kids who just want to play with you. They are only love you, but you know what? You don't deserve them and their love. You are just a selfish. Before marriage, I told you that you have to live with my family. Then you agreed. I thought you need some time to adjust yourself, but no, you don't even want to adjust. I'm regretting marrying you. If I had known that you are this much selfish and self concerned, then I would never have married you. Angrily left. Mr. Min, Yungi, where are you going? Come back. Mrs. Min went to Jimin and cupped his face. I'm sorry from his behalf. Don't listen him. He's mad. You aren't selfish. Tiku brought their toy hammer and needle. Minnie, Titi, cookie, beat you. No, cry. Jimin hugged Mrs. Min and started crying loudly. He was saying bad about them, and here they all are supporting and consoling him. Even the kids were supporting him. They weren't mad for yanking their hands at this moment. He realized how much stupid he was. He realized his all the mistakes, all the things flashing in his mind which he did with them. There June went to Yunki and found he was sitting on the garden. He sat beside him. He talked with Yunki and told him that Jimin come from different family background. He would need some time to understand the importance of family. He needed time and patience. He told him to talk with him patiently. He would understand him. He wasn't bad. Yungi was still mad, but he talked with Jimin. They both apologized to each other and tried to cooperate. Family understood too that Yunmin needs some privacy, and after that incident, they all gave them privacy. They asked from Yunmin before planning anything. Jimin also informed them if he went outside or planned anything with Yunki. He apologized from Hobie too for being unreasonable and rude. Both family and Jimin are trying to adjust. Living with family is so hard. Both family and new members should have respect each other's values and try to give them time to adjust in new environment. New member needs some privacy, but sometimes family forget it in overexcitement. Marriage never happens just between two people. It happens between two families. If you want to be happy within the family, both the family and the new member need to make some adjustments. Building new relationship doesn't mean breaking old ones, but rather carrying them along. At the same time, the family must ensure that new members get enough privacy. The end. Arthur's note. That's it for today. I hope you all liked it. It was the requested story for one shot. I hope I didn't disappoint you. The story was requested slightly different, where Jungi slapped Jimin, but it's wrong according to me. Verbal fightings are okay, but raising a hand is so wrong. So I changed this plot. It's normal in Asian to live with their family, but now some adults live separately. Living with family isn't an easy, especially for those who never lived with family. New members should adapt family's rules and respect all the members. So families should make sure new members' privacy. Both family and new member have to do some adjustment to live happily. I hope you all enjoyed it. We will meet soon with new story. Till then, take care of yourself. Love you all. If you like this story, then please do like, subscribe, share, and comment. I assure you that You will never gonna regret on your decision. Thanks for watching.